Okay, welcome to Theseus Part 2, though it's really Aegeus Part 2, because Theseus hasn't yet been born, but he's very soon about to be. Ho Digeus, pollen men chronon, erthume, the verb to be in a slough of despond, to be cast down, to be miserable. That's the imperfect tense. Time how long for goes in the accusative in both Latin and Greek, pollen, chronon. Anyway, then, on the one hand, erthume, tell us why. So it does. Dioti uk en huios autoi. That's a possessive dative. You don't need to say filium habebat. You can just say ei filius erat. En huios autoi. Epeta means then. Epe, which we had earlier, somewhere there it is. Epe means when. Epeta means then. Apodermon, which means to travel abroad. Prosten troi zena. Poter proselthen. So erkamai, very common verb. Definitely a top 10 verb, if not a top 5 verb in terms of frequency of occurrence. So erkamai, the future's Amy Ebo, the aorist elthon, you can pros erkamai, that means to go to somewhere. Anyway, where did he go to? Greek likes to, by the way, pros elthen, pros, it likes that echo. You don't need to reflect that in English. He went to Troezen. It's nowhere near Troy. It's nothing to do with Troy. Troy's in Turkey. Troezen is not too far from Athens, but not too close either. Right. So that's Aegeus on his travels. Kai eke, Pittheus, Basilus en. He's the king of this place, Troezen. Hot de Aegeus, ephilese. Well, the verb phileo is to love. If you want to know a bit more about, it's a simple verb. It's a very common verb as far as influence in English goes. If you look at contracted verbs, which are explained, this particular one is explained on page 98. So phileo is I love, and then phileso will be I shall love. Ephilesa is the aorist. All these verbs that have an E with an acute accent over in the vocab, they all go exactly the same. So, and they're called contracted verbs. So this is an epsilon contraction. So ephilese, the long and the short of it is, it's a very simple aorist tense. Ten thugatere autu. So he's gone on his travels, he's been received and welcomed by Pittheus, and then he proceeds to fall in love with a member of Pittheus's family. Eithran onomati, all straightforward, and then I just need to turn over the page, and here we go. As a result of this liaison, Auter, she, paida eteken. So Pasiphae bore the Minotaur, and Pittheus's daughter, fortunately, paida eteken. Pais paidos is a son, a boy. Hot mentoi Aegeus dioti ekthroi autoi pantaku airsan. I suppose if you go around making a habit of visiting people and having inappropriate relationships with their daughters, then nobody ends up liking you at all. So ekthros means hostile, ekthroi, autoi. It can mean enemies as well, by the way. As an adjective, it means hostile, and as a noun formed from the adjective, it can mean an enemy. So, dioti ekthroi autoi pantaku ersan. Again, that autoi is a predicative dative, I would say. In Latin, it would be inimikos habebat. Anyway, uketi erthelen en te troi zeni menein. So he has felt the disapproval of everybody, and it's ruined his time in Troezen, let's say. Hot men un pais, Theseus onomati, eleiphther. I've gone to the end of the sentence now, eleiphther. So, leipo is I leave. Elipon, you should know, is the strong aorist. Eleiphther is the aorist passive verb. Aorist passive. You'd call it the perfect passive in Latin. So, and in Latin it would be relictus est. Meta, look at that. Meta has two meanings. It depends on what case follows it. With the accusative case, then it means after. Meta detauta, after these things. With the genitive case, as here, tes temetros kai tu papu, a mother and a grandfather, it means with. Hot digeus, ziphos tekai pedila hupo petroi ekrupsen. So, cropto is to hide. He hid two things. A ziphos, it's a neuter word. There's a great word I think we've had as word of the week before, ziphoid, shaped like a sword. Ziphos is neuter, so the os can be nominative or accusative. It's the third declension neuter. And then pedila also were under this Petros. What did he say? He's going to say something quite difficult, actually. Epe ho Theseus. Hoies testai. So, hoios temi is I am able. This is the future because estai, estai, so that's will be able to lambanein, to take or to have tauta, ton lithon kinesa, should really be in commas, I would say. Kineo is move, as in cinema, as in telekinesis. So, kinesas, again, I'd refer you to pages 98 and a bit of 99, where these verbs are shown to you. That's the past pasapan, that's the weak aorist participle. So, ton lithon kinesas. So he'll be able to do something to tauta, having done something to the lithon. Anyway. Oh, right, gnosetai. Oh, dear me. Gignosko is I know. Gnosomai is I will know. Omai e etai, omatha esther ontai. So this is the future of know. He will know. He will know to patros onoma. Genitive sandwich, he will know to onoma of his patros. Somehow. I've no idea how, unless the sword and the sandals had a name tag on. Epeta de. Pros tas athenas epanelthen ho Aegeus. He's the subject, of course, nominative. What did he do? Epanelthen. Where did he go to? Tas athenas. Enough said. Okay, I hope that helps you, and we'll discuss this next time.